A crowd of about 100 people gathered on Monday night at the Lucille W. Gorham Intergenerational Community Center to induct North Carolina legislators into the Hall of Shame. The event was hosted by the NAACP and faculty for it to induct Senator Lewis Pate and State Representatives Brian Brown and Susan Martin into a Hall of Shame for their poor grades. The grades were gathered from a report card produced by Democracy NC, which scored representatives for voting records on issues like earned income tax credits, state budget, tax changes, unemployment assistance, election changes, racial justice, and water cleanup. According to this report, the representatives inducted on Monday evening were all graded with a 5 out of 100 or lower.
Senator Lewis Page and Representatives Susan Martin and Brian Brown supported the voter suppression bill HB 589. HB 589 is the worst voter suppression law in the country.
House Bill 589 reduced early voting and increased requirements and parameters for voting identification. It also eliminated the same-day voting registration, out-of-precinct voting, and straight ticket voting. This increased emphasis on the need for a voting ID and voter restrictions.
North Carolina is the new Selma. It's a new Selma. Selma 1965. This is a new Selma. The voter ID law has to be the worst law since the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and this is why we're back fighting. We're actually going to court July 13th in Winston-Salem to hear this case about voting rights. So it's real in North Carolina. We're on ground zero in the Voting Rights Act.
Local members of the NAACP and other concerned groups from across the nation are gathering in Winston-Salem, North Carolina on July 13th to march and protest at the federal hearing on North Carolina voting rights and restrictions.
We just want everybody to stand up and fight back and know that we're not going to take this standing down. We're going to keep coming back, and we're going to be fired up and ready to go. We're going to keep saying shame, shame, shame to our representatives who are not actually speaking up for the people the way they need to be spoken for.
House Bill 589 has made Northeast Organizer for Democracy North Carolina, Shanika Kent, call the legislators' motives into question.
Why? What are they afraid of? What would be the danger of allowing everyone to cast a ballot without barriers and hurdles?
With Tech TV, I'm Kai Jones.